And usually when I say I'll do something, I'll do it. Just like giving up drink. And you see, you'll be watching this video after the previous video. That's a real Irish thing. You'll be watching this video after the previous one. But you will, because the video I'm referring to is, well, it was one just before this. But my wife left me off the hook in Bangkok. And I went down to Wigwam Night Market. And I drank before I left the house. But I'm here today, genuinely, and I mean genuinely. I am here today to tell you the truth about me and alcohol. You probably remember that in a couple of videos ago I did say I was going off the drink completely. Well, you see, you should never say never. And I'm being totally honest with you when I tell you I do not need alcohol. I want it. I don't need it. I'm recovering after last night. I'm in recovery. I had, was it a 1 litre? It was more than a litre. One of those big cans of German beer, Escalation or whatever the hell it's called, I don't know. I had to force myself to drink it. And then I had one can of Tang An Dang, the wonderful Thai German beer. And then I had 2 bottles of, then I had 2 gins and lemon soda. And then I went down to Wigwam Market and I had 2 large bottles of Leo. And I was so well on that when editing the video that I made that night, I didn't remember everything that I was doing, because I interviewed 2 girls from Guangzhou in China in that video, and I didn't remember it. I said, what? I interviewed them? And then I had to check my banking app to see how much money I'd spent, because I knew there was gaps in my memory. I'm going in here, I want to get something to eat. This is the first time in a long time that we've had in McDonald's on the channel. I just feel like something, bit of soakage, you know what I mean? If they're playing music in here, I'll be coming straight back out again. So here we are, safe and sound. No music. And I'm in a familiar place. And it's just as well, because I'm going to tell you something that will make me more familiar with you. I better pay for this first, because they won't process the order until I pay for it. Give me a second. God damn. So I place the order, and let's see how long it takes. I've said this before. There's no such thing as fast food anymore, is there? No matter where in the world you are. But yeah, we're in a familiar place, so let's be familiar. I suppose, like most people, when I started drinking, I was a reluctant drinker. I remember drinking almost a full bottle with a friend of mine of White Horse whiskey. I'll never forget it. I haven't seen it since. I assume if I Google it, it's there. It's Scotch. I must have been about 20 years old, 21. And myself and my friend downed this, actually it was his parents' house and they had gone away, the usual. A few lads over for a party, and we were going out to a nightclub that night, and I downed the majority of a bottle of White Horse whiskey. And when I say I'll never forget it, I can't remember. I can remember waking up in a nightclub with a beautiful girl. I was actually trying to go out with her at the time. Her name was Trish. She was standing over me or leaning over me, and they brought me outside to wake me up. Now that was a lesson that I'd learned very early on, and I didn't touch whiskey after that until I came to Thailand in my 50s. And that's the truth. And my relationship with beer was, I could take it or leave it, especially canned beer. Canned beer, I could never drink it when I was younger. Could never drink it. Or bottled beer, could never drink it. It was always draft. In Ireland, when I was growing up, it was all draft. The only bottles that I remember was my dad buying bottles of Guinness. Bottled Guinness wasn't very nice. Anyway, he used to enjoy it. So I was a reluctant drinker. And when I came to Thailand, the lifestyle that you enjoy when you're here, like, I think it's fair to say that I lead the life of a semi-retired person. That's basically what it is. I mean, this is a Wednesday and it's 12 in the afternoon. And I'm sitting here at McDonald's waiting for my order, and I'll be waiting a while. By the way, if you're wondering what I ordered, it's a spicy McChicken burger or sandwich with fries and a Coke, $1.74. That's not too bad. The lifestyle that we lead as a semi-retired person, you know, drink is there, you know, it's there, it's part of what fellas come to Thailand for. Well, maybe they unconsciously they don't decide to come to Thailand for a drink, but drink is part of what they come to Thailand for. In other words, the nightlife. I've been drinking consistently since I came here. Consistently. More so within the last 2 years. When I started on YouTube going down to Wigwang Night Market, it was every single night. Prior to that, it was Fridays. That was it. So within the last 2 years, it developed into every single night. 4 cans of Leo. Then it'll be 8 cans of Leo in a night. And then this time last year, for the first, and you see, fellas mightn't believe me on this, for the first time in my life, I bought a bottle of gin, bought a bottle of Gilby's, and it was very, very drinkable with lemon soda, because I couldn't get the tonic water, so it was lemon soda. It was extremely drinkable, and I've only been on the gin for a year, but I was knocking back. This is going before I stopped drinking, before I curtailed my drinking. I was knocking back a bottle of gin a week, if not more, plus the beer. And it became, I wouldn't say expensive, but it was noticeable in my wallet. And I began to advertise my number here. You get a number when you come to the table. Cheers, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, my wife is very, very understanding, because the lifestyle I was leading was destructive. It really was. It was absolutely destructive. So I did genuinely think for a while that I had an addiction to alcohol, because I had to go this, you know, you 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon and it was time for a drink. But this is the honest thing, and I'm being totally, and I can be totally honest, because I know that last night was the first night that I had a face full in a long, long time. And I had to force myself to do it. I'm going to get some ketchup. Yeah, I had to force myself. And the reason I had to force myself, well, the reason I didn't have to, but the reason I forced myself, because I was going down to Wigwang Night Market to make a video, a thing that I hadn't done, or I had not done for almost a year. And when it brought me back into the persona that I was when I was doing it. Watch the video. Well, you would have watched it. It was the one before this one. And I was editing that today, and I was disappointed in myself. Completely and utterly disappointed in myself, the way I was behaving and the way I was talking. And a lot of it is theatrics. on YouTube for me. A lot of it's theatrics, and a lot of people take it very seriously, but it's not meant to be that serious. But I know I'm not an alcoholic because I had to force myself to drink last night to go out. And I didn't like it. I didn't really enjoy it. Oh, right, when I got drunk, I went to the second bar. I went to one, it wasn't a bar, it was a restaurant bar. I went to the first restaurant bar I had at Leo. Then I sought out another restaurant bar. This is 174. It's very good. Spicy chicken burger with fries. I don't like whiskey. I never did. Jameson was the only thing that I could even remotely say that it was even remotely pleasant. And drinking the beer last night was like a chore. Starting off, it was like a chore. So all of those people who consistently say I'm an alcoholic, and I don't blame them, because all you see is me on a video. The video's 30 minutes long. It takes a lot longer to shoot it, but it's 30 minutes long. So let's say it takes about 3 hours to shoot a video, because not this one, because I'm only eating at McDonald's, but usually it might take about 3 hours to shoot a video, the stopping and the starting and all the rest of it. Well, you see me in a 3-hour window on a YouTube video, or someone will, and you'll see me drinking or talking about drinking. So I don't blame you for thinking I'm an alcoholic. But I'm not. I find the best way for me to be productive is to commit to something. So I committed to the record, I'm on record as saying that I was curtailing or giving up my drink. I am. And the reason, by the way, it started because I got a virus about 3 weeks ago. It's kind of a mild chest infection. And I didn't want to drink. And after that event, I won't say the need, but the desire for drinking alcohol had disappeared completely, and it's still gone. The problem with drinking in me is, now this is why I was disappointed with myself making that video down at Wing Wang Market. I had to edit a lot out of that you didn't see. I can put myself into very, very precarious situations when I'm drunk. My guard goes down and my inhibitions go out the window, and I'm in the presence of, well, I'm in an entertainment zone with lots of entertainment. I could have very easily, and the older me would have done it, I did do it. I could have very easily last night, and I said it in the video, I could have very easily have gone off and fulfilled my desire. You don't need alcohol for that, to make you desire that. But you mix alcohol with the night time and the abundance of beautiful creatures. That's a recipe for disaster, and it has been a recipe for disaster for me. I was home last night. I left the apartment at 7. No, sorry. I left the apartment at about 9, and I was home for about 11:15. And in days gone by, when I say days gone by, a year ago, when I was doing that every night, leave the house, or I leave the apartment about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Sometimes I come home at 2, the odd time 3. And it doesn't take you 6 hours or 5 hours to make a video. And I could safely say that was the unhappiest time of my life in Thailand. Alcohol is a depressant, but you know that. I'm going to get into my chicken burger here before it goes cold. Speaking for myself as a YouTube creator, you stress when you wake up in the morning. You stress over thinking about ideas for a video. Mild stress, but you're thinking about it. And last night when I came home, I just went straight to bed. Woke up this morning not feeling great, but I was disciplined and I edited that video and it's gone up. And today, it goes up today, but this video will go up the day after that one. And it's my wife. What is it? I'll put the link in the description. It'll be there. But I was disciplined and I edited that video, and I just felt horrible. And I was stressing over an idea for the next video, for this video. And then I said to myself, why don't I just be honest? This is one of the easiest videos I've ever had to make, because I'm being really honest with you. Wow. Oh, there you go. So I am productive when I commit. So I committed to only drinking now and again. Like I said Tuesday will probably be my drinking night. Tuesday or Wednesday is a drinking night, and then maybe Friday or Saturday, but maybe only 2 nights a week. That's a realistic commitment. I committed to making 1 video a day every day for the month of August, and because I committed to it, I'm productive. I'm doing it. A drink affects me so badly that I'm sitting in McDonald's talking to you now, because it's only down the road from where I live. Usually I go for a long walk and I suss out a restaurant, but I couldn't face it today. If I was an alcoholic, living in Thailand, having the life I have now, and the lifestyle I was leading up to now, if I was an alcoholic, I can only imagine how disastrous my life would have turned out by now. I have no experience with alcoholism. I don't even know anyone in my personal life. Do I? Oh, I knew one guy who definitely was, and I just couldn't understand it. You see, this is how I know, because I can't understand it. You know, I hear stories about people drinking a bottle of vodka before they start their day or something like that. I mean, come on. And I know you don't have to drink a bottle of vodka before you start your day to be an alcoholic. Wow, that was nice. Very nice. I've heard a lot of people say this, that I don't like myself when I'm drunk. And before YouTube and social media in general, people just go out and get drunk and you forget about it and you wouldn't know what happened. But I record myself in the process and I record the result, and I'm not proud of it. I'm absolutely not proud of it. So this is the truth. I've started saving for the first time since whenever. And what I've done is, every time I was buying a bottle of gin regularly once a week, and it was about 900 baht, or the Gilbys might be 500. and you throw in the cans of beer. So every time at regular intervals over the last 2 weeks, I've been putting 1,000 baht away, and I've 4,000 baht now. That's in just over 2 weeks. My wife is more than understanding, and she's I'd have to say, will I say she's a support? I don't know, but she's understanding, and that's what you need in Thailand, someone to understand you. And on Thai Date VIP, you might find someone that will understand you. Thai Date VIP isn't just your regular Thai dating site. It's run by a friend of mine, French guy from High, and he lives in High Hin. And there's many guys who've watched my videos who have met their future wives or girlfriends on Thai Date VIP. So if you're in the market for someone who can support you emotionally, maybe even financially, you never know. Thai Date VIP. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code and register and see what happens. I haven't needed to look for someone online because I was lucky. And I'm very lucky that I can sit here and tell you the truth that I'm not an alcoholic. I don't need it. I don't need it at all. And I don't actually want it. After this, the Coke is nearly gone. I was a spicy chicken. But after this, I'm going to go to 7-Eleven and buy milk. I can open my gullet and knock back a litre of milk in one go. I won't do it now because I'm after eating. But if you want to see that, I'll do it. David Attenborough told this story about he met some indigenous tribe somewhere, and as part of this initiation friend ceremony or whatever, they mashed up some leaves or insects or whatever it was into a pestle and mortar bowl kind of thing, and each of them spat into it. It went around the circle and each person in the group spat into it and they mixed it all up, and it became a soupy mixture. Now sorry if you're having your dinner or your breakfast or your lunch, but I remember David Attenborough saying this. He actually took a sip. They passed it round and he took a sip, and he said, this is what he said, and I never forget this. He said he put it to his lips, he put his head back, and he opened his gullet, and he said, you know the way you can. In other words, you bypass the gag reflex or whatever, and you just open your gullet and you pour it down. But that's what I can do with milk. And I will do it in a forthcoming video if you want to see that. I can't do it with a 2 litre one. I can't do it with 2 litres of milk. I mean, knock it back in one go almost, because 2 litres is just too much. But I can knock back 2 litres of milk in one go. In other words, at the same sitting. That's how much I love milk. And I can't say that for alcohol. You guys have been such a huge support for me in making these daily videos. This is day number 5. So we have 26 left to go. There's 31 days in August. And I want to thank you all. Days are there for your help in buying me a coffee. The guys whose names are in yellow are the guys who donated or contributed most recently. I want to thank you all for your support. This is genuine. It's good to know you're there, and it's good to get the feedback. But I mean, this is not a defense. It's a fact. I'm not an alcoholic. And I know that, and I don't have to prove that. However it appears on YouTube, it appears on YouTube, but it's not the case. And I'm not going to force myself to drink again, regardless of what video I'm making or whatever it is. I'll drink maybe at a social thing. Yeah, I'll drink at a social thing. But the days of my heavy drinking are long gone. Well, not long gone, but they're gone. They're gone. So there you go. That's the truth. And thanks for being there, lads. Thanks for your encouragement and your support. A lot of office people come here at this time. A lot of office people come here at this time of the day. It's very popular with this is the Ding Dang, not Ding Dang. This is the Suddy San CBD, Central Business District. And there's lots of office people here. There you are. Nice and civilized. Let's make our way outside. I'll bring my tray back first. Oh, there we go. So that was wonderful. And I leave you in a very peaceful frame of mind. Honestly, because I'm able to impart how I truly feel. Honestly, truly feel. So YouTube for me is an opportunity to vent and to share. And sometimes when you share things about your life like that, and you record it and document it, you see yourself for who you really are. And I don't like myself when I'm drunk. By the way, I'm at a pedestrian crossing here, look, and they just don't stop. Watch. See, doesn't stop. Bloody hell. I made videos about what I don't like about Thailand. That's one thing I just don't like, is that those crosswalks, if a pedestrian stands at a crosswalk, you stop, but they don't stop. And that's something I'm not going to do. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep bringing you videos. I've got another 26 videos to go this month. God, that sounds like a lot. But listen, when you're honest, when I have the opportunity, hang on, there's no light here. When I have the opportunity, like I have now, to be honest with you, it's a lot easier. Someone said I should make a video in there, look. That's Poseidon. I mean, you know it's Poseidon. One of the biggest entertainment venues in this part of Bangkok, or anywhere in Bangkok. It's huge. I can safely say I've never been there in my drunken state or sober state or any other state. And I'll state now that I never will. No intention. Anyway, look, I'm not going to waffle on, lads. Thanks very much for your support. I'm going to bring you another wonderful video very soon. If you haven't done so already, you know the story. Click the like button, the share button, subscribe button. Do all those wonderful things. And I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Thanks for joining me.